Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys basically how to hide the color of your client's hair if they're using colored hair. So I've just sectioned out her whole head. She had a total of, I believe, 62 braids on top of her head. She didn't want a lot of, braids, so that's why it doesn't look, I guess, full. But if you want it to be full, you could do as many sections as you want. So it's not really hard. What you're just doing is using the braiding hair as kind of like a blanket, and wrapping it over her real hair. You can transfer hair. It's okay to transfer hair if you feel like you don't have enough braiding hair on one section. You can always transfer some of the hair from, another part if that part is just too thick. So you basically, like I said, you're just using the braiding hair as a blanket and wrapping it over her hair and then just braiding. The hair that I used is Super X braids. I used 3 packs. We cut that into three. No, I used 3 packs, I'm sorry, and we cut it into four. The color of the hair is burgundy. Let me make sure. Yeah, the color of the hair is burgundy. So Super X braids, 3 packs cut into four, and the color is burgundy. So at the end, when you get to the end of their hair and the wrapping, you just want to make sure that you really focus on that, because if you're not careful, it will slip through and their hair will show. So for me, when I get to the end, I always take my time and slow down and just make sure that it's done right. As you guys can see, you do not see the black, running through her braids. I'm just gonna slow it down because I know that you guys said my videos are pretty fast, so I'm just gonna slow it down so you guys can really see what I am doing. If you keep watching to the end, you will get to see different angles of it. Now, for me, you might see her hair showing through at the roots because of how I grip the braids. But if you're somebody who, I guess, like a wrap, that there is different techniques of gripping the hair. So if you are somebody who wraps the hair around their braids, then their hair won't show starting from the root. But because of how I braid, her hair does kind of show at the root, but once I get into the braiding, it does not show. As you guys can see, I'm tucking her hair under the braiding hair and then braiding. Again, it's like wrapping something up, like it's kind of like a blanket. You're just wrapping it up so that it's not shown. You don't have to braid really fast, especially if you're a beginner trying to do this. Just take your time and make sure it's done right, it's done properly. Once you braid past their hair, then you can, braid at the speed that you would normally braid, because there's nothing for you to hide once you braid past their hair.
Weakness comes and goes, it goes, it goes.
See how her hair is beneath, it's under the whole time, and once when it pops back up on the top, I always put it back under. Here I just transferred some hair because I felt like I was it was getting thin on one side, and you can always transfer hair. You always actually want to transfer hair if you feel like one side is thicker than the other, because if you don't, what ends up happening is you have like one thick, it's so weird looking, and you don't want that. So it's always good to transfer hair if you need to transfer hair. So I'm just gonna show it a couple of times so that you guys can see, and then that's it. I think this was like the best angle that I got because you actually get to see what I'm doing. So as you can see, I'm gonna explain it again. It's like a wrapping the braiding hair over her hair and then braiding. See how the braiding hair, her hair is always tucked under. I'm so sleepy. So like I said, at the end, take your time. Make sure it's done right and it's not poking through. This is also a good thing to do, not even with colored hair, but with just regular braided period. Because when you do go back to trim around the braids, you don't end up cutting your client's hair off. So this is also a very good thing to do with all types of braids, whether you're trying to hide color or not, so that you're not trimming off your client's hair when you go back into, I guess, trim off the hair that's sticking. Oh, sorry, trim off the hair that's sticking out. Always make sure you braid it all the way to the end. I honestly like I have a problem with braids that are not, it's like halfway braided. Unless that's like the style you're going for, you should always make sure it's braided all the way to the end. I mean, I do understand that it does unravel. That's fine, but I feel like you should always go back and braid it to the end. Just just braid it to the end. So I hope you guys got the method. If there's anything else that you guys would like for me to, talk about, just let me know in the comment section and I will do so. Um, so you're just gonna finish up her hair and then dip it in water and then all that good stuff. So we are all done. As you can see, the color is not showing through. I'm just gonna go ahead and trim off all the extra hair that's like sticking out just to make the braids look neater and cleaner. I'm not trimming off her hair because her hair is tucked underneath the braid. I had one that unraveled, so I just braided that down and went ahead and finished trimming. Then I'm gonna go ahead and just dip it in hot water. Then I'm gonna go ahead and moisturize her scalp with my Shea Butter mix. It's just shea butter mixed with other natural oils. I sell these, so if you guys are interested and you want to support, I will leave the link to it in the description box below, and you guys can purchase one. It's really good if for your scalp. If you have natural hair, I have clients who actually use it to lotion when they have like really dry skin. Um, it's really good for itching. If your scalp is itching, it's good for twist outs. It's a good sealant to use if you're doing twist outs. It's like everything in one. So if you guys want to support and you are interested in it, you can always, check my website out and place an order. So I'm just, greasing her scalp with that. This is actually hers. She brings it with her every time I do her hair and I just use it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some mousse. It doesn't have to be anything, it doesn't have to be a specific mousse. It could be any. Then I'm going to go ahead and spray with some oil sheen. Again, it doesn't have to be any specific oil sheen. You could use whatever you have. And that's it. We are all done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in my next tutorial.